Welcome back to another episode of the podcast, The Body Heals Itself, with me, Jessica Rebecca. And I'm so excited and curious about today's topic. I would love to explore with you regarding intuitive decision making. So I always believed that I had such a strong gut feeling and intuition. And I believe that every one of us does. We call it gut feeling, intuition, whatever you want to call it. And I truly believe that every one of us is intuitive. But there are so many different textures to our intuition, like truly feeling into it. And sometimes it's not a clear, instant knowing. Sometimes it is, but other times it also needs some time to muddle through it, because there can come so many emotions, especially if it's a big decision to be made. Like, for example, buying a house, especially if you don't have the means to just buy any house, but you're kind of on a budget. And so there, trusting your intuition when it's such a big financial decision to buy a house can be tricky, because when you go and look at houses, it might feel like, yeah, this makes like sense to buy it, or like, oh yes, this feels like the right house. Can you really feel into it when there's this fear of having enough means to buy a house? Like, what will the future look like if we need to be on a budget? And so our intuition can be clouded with this, and maybe not clouded is not the right word, but just becoming aware of that these fears are here, like really feeling into these fears and these doubts. And especially then it's not only like, oh yes, I'm feeling this, but it's also like logically about factoring all the factors in, like really analyzing what kind of financial means do I have, what is possible for us, like talking to other people. It's not only your intuition, but really gathering all the facts you need to make a decision. And then based, when you have like logically all the facts together, like how much can be the mortgage, how long will it take us to pay it off, how will it look like afterwards, do you want to have another child? And also, like, if the house, does it need work when we buy it? So I truly believe it's so important to gather like all the logical facts you need to make an informed decision. Like, this helps you also to navigate your fear, and then feeling into where does the fear come up. And then when you are aware of that, can you really feel into, is this the right home for me and my family to live in, or only for myself if you want to buy a house for yourself? So this is just an example with regards to buying a house. It can be with every decision you make. I don't believe we should solely rely on our gut feeling, because our gut feeling can be wrong. Because what we might think is our intuition or our gut feeling is something that we just are familiar with. Like, we respond, our body, our system, our soul, whatever responds to familiar things. So there can come a situation, let's take another example, that you apply for a new job. In the beginning, you're all excited, and then suddenly it's like, oh my gosh, this feels so wrong. Like this tense feeling is here, like kind of panicky. But this doesn't mean that the job is wrong. Maybe this is also your intuition telling you to lean into this discomfort, to actually go for the job, because there is a blessing for you in it when you lean into this. And it's just becoming more aware of all these sensations we are feeling. So I don't believe that a gut feeling or intuition is very clear all the time, but it can have different facets. So this discomfort when it comes to this job can still be a sign from your intuition to go for it, like your body is talking to you. Sometimes you can also receive messages like, this is also intuition, like this is then a different one. But I'm really talking about this bodily intuition, gut feeling, knowing. and really tuning into like these different facet aspects of your body and how you make decisions, like what do you respond to, which like really becoming more aware of what kind of situation and people make you feel, sense what in your body and what does it tell you. This is also intuition, like this is strengthening your intuition, your inner knowing, because you're becoming more aware of your body and what it's telling you. It's like infinite wisdom available to you all the time. And again, if it comes to a bigger decision, like I also think like taking on a new job or a house, or even like can also be like smaller decisions, sometimes only just like changing your food, like your dietary habit, like what you eat, what you buy, where you buy it. Sometimes it's really also about gathering more information, like doing research, like having the facts. We're still human beings in this world. We need our brain to make informed decision. When you have that, can you feel into the different aspects that come up for you, and how does your body react to it? And if there is resistance, if you feel there is resistance and fear, this is a sign to lean into this. This doesn't mean you need to say yes to this job or this house, but to first lean into this fear and this resistance. Like this is a gateway for you to get to know yourself better and to move through something. It's always an invitation, especially when we are in this phase of like maybe unclarity or like, oh, it's chaos in our mind. It's normal. We don't only need to go and sit and meditate and like, let go of my thoughts and myself. No, can you become more curious about yourself and these thoughts and sensations you're feeling? Also love journaling about it, but getting really like sitting with this discomfort, these doubts, this fear. But it can also be the other way around. For example, again, buying a house, you see it online, like, oh my gosh, this is the house, and you get so excited. It's like dating, like you find this man on Hinge and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so perfect, so delicious, it's him, getting so excited. But also this excitement usually can cloud our intuition or our inner knowing, but it's a part of the process to get where we want to go. Like it's tricks and birds from the universe showing you you're on the right path. But also there, if you're like so excited about it, I really feel like sometimes we just need to take some time to really tune into if this is the right man for me. Like this, with some time, you like go on cautious states, like you think about what are your values, like you think. Yes, there needs to be a feeling and sensation, but usually when you're excited, this can then cloud your more informed decision making, no matter if it's dating or buying a house. So it's then really about gathering all, like doing the research, finding out, asking the right questions on the date, like what are your values, what do you like to do? Like this is simple, this is not a dating advice, but I mean, can you stay within yourself? Because when we get excited, we explode our energy outwards. So it's really about coming back to ourselves and really like, what is it that I truly, truly desire? And usually when we have this thing where we're so excited about, this is another clue for us what we want and what we don't want. So trusting this is your intuition still guiding you. But can you become more aware of the range of your intuition and your gut feeling, like how your body, your system is reacting to the external and showing it to you, and what do you make it believe about yourself? And so again, when we have usually the people are like, oh, my gut feeling says that, but usually it only reacts to similar situations. So like people, places that feel good to us based on our past experience, and then like things that make us uncomfortable. It's like, oh no, my gut feeling, my intuition is off here. And like thinking, oh, this is bad. But this is an invitation for you to go within, to lean into this. And so also when it comes to projects or work or collaborations or whatever it is, it can become like, oh, there's an overwhelm. It's an overwhelm. It's too much. You feel stressed. And I feel like in this new age spirituality world, it's a lot about meditating, feeling clear, the channel. Serenity, no. Like stress, overwhelm is also an invitation for you to get more curious. It's not that it means it's a clear no. The same with fear. Like if you're in a situation that evokes something in you and you're like, oh, I'm not ready yet. Like I feel this. That's a boundary resistance for me. That's parts of us that try to keep us safe. And I don't mean then jump off the cliff, but can you get curious about this overwhelm, this stress, this inner panic, this fear? Can you allow it to be here, to lean into it? And usually it's then also to voice this and express this, but somehow stay in the situation. And I really don't mean stay in a situation where you're getting abused or like you're in danger. I mean more in general, like you have trauma around sexual abuse and you start doing certain practices or talk about certain things and you're like, oh no, I can't do this, it's not for me, and you stop doing it. So I mean more there, can you stay in the practice and doing it in your own pace, like really kind of baby steps, which feels so huge, and it really feels like you're dying because you're so afraid, you have such a panic. And so this can really also be, for me, there's really a concrete example why I always come back to the job. I manifested this dream job, like everything I exactly wanted. Everyone told me it's not possible, but I manifested it. I was like, yes, it's so cool, and I really badly, so badly wanted it. Then after the second interview, I just got this very bad feeling. There, I could have said my intuition is telling me no, but I just actually because I've been so connected to myself, my body, and everything it telling me, I still could feel my true intuition coming through and saying, no, this is the right thing. Like, you need to go into this discomfort. And oh my gosh, it felt so awful for me. Like, I had so much discomfort, so uncomfortable. I was like, oh, the whole time. There was so much magic during this time I was in this job. Like, so many things were unraveled, were mirrored to me, and I could really work through it so quickly. It was insane. And the moment it was resolved within me, the job resolved itself. And so this is what I mean. Sometimes if this intuition is not very clear, where it says you need to go into this discomfort, can you trust yourself and be willing to explore this uncomfortable discomfort, these fears, and not running away, destroying yourself, or freeze, or handing the decision over to someone else? But can you stay with it? Really let it mold through you and lean a little bit more into it every time. Getting curious about it. Our intuition is not clear all the time, so we need these experiences in life to get more clear about what is our infinite wisdom telling us, through our body, speaking again with this sensation of stress, panic, fear, excitement, to really get curious about it. It's not about, again, I need to make a decision fast, or oh, I need to do this and this and this and then I will feel better again. No, can we just stay with it and allowing it to be here? So I think this is so key to get to know yourself and your real intuition really better, your infinite wisdom, however it comes through. And sometimes it can really be, but that's what I mentioned before. It can be I don't know, for me it's like a voice sometimes that comes through, and this is completely different, but that's not, I don't believe that's my inner wisdom or my infinite intelligence. It's someone else speaking to me, guidance. And there, can you also get curious about these different voices, and can you learn to trust that more? Or also your intuition can come through dreams. And there, sometimes again, the dreams can be uncomfortable, so fearful. But that's again, it's then moving through you. Your dreams help you to help you to move through things you experience in daily life. So can you allow the nightmares to be here, because they are a gift to get to know yourself and get more towards yourself and your intuition. So I drifted a little bit off here, but this, was just present for me as well. But I just want you to be aware of that your intuition, your gut feeling. Sometimes this is not your true intuition or gut feeling, but really, again, it's based on past experiences, what we made ourselves beliefs about ourselves. So we label it in our head, this is good, this is safe. And so that's why, like, sometimes, like, when something feels good, it's familiar, but it's actually not really good for us. And what feels more discomfort, this will bring us closer to us, who we truly are, or who we are becoming, because we are never the same person. Like, our bodies, our cells, they change constantly. So how can we believe that we as a person, as a human, stay the same? Like, we can't. And so leaning with intention into the discomfort, knowing it's an invitation to get to know yourself better, to get to know your intuition, your inner knowing. And when you do that, it gets even more uncomfortable because everything is so unclear. And there's so belief, like, we as humans, we are so conditioned, we are so trained to analyze, to always have like kind of an answer. Even when you're in a meeting, like, it's kind of expected of you to have an answer, like saying, I don't know, is so scary or not very well, it's not very common. So how can we do that in our life? It's normal that we want to first, like, I need an answer now, need to figure it out, need to have a plan, especially, when you used to analyze, strategize, study, you love to read and research, so you can still have that by doing the research with your logical mind to gather all the facts, but can you then be in the discomfort? You don't need to make a decision based only on logical facts, like, we don't have the money to buy this house, but we can afford this house. But then can you really feel into what feels right to you? Because then again, when we have the facts and we are aware of our fears, can we truly listen to our infinite wisdom, our intuition, telling us which house feels right? And then maybe we are taking a bigger risk. And yes, there is more fear here, but the more we get acquainted with our fear, how it feels and reacts to us, this is a gateway for more trust and to get to know yourself better. And this can be uncomfortable, but then you also need to be honest with yourself. What is the life you desire to have? Do you want to live a life based on fear? So you buy the small house which feels a bit off, instead of going for a bigger risk where you might know you need to budget more, the financial resources will be more strict, or maybe even saying no to this house without having another house available. Like, this is scary. Same with the job. If you're in need of a job and saying like no to a job which you could have now, but it doesn't feel right, like, it's not your fear, like something is really like, no, there must be something else, like saying no to this. Can you then lean into this uncertainty, into the void, getting really uncomfortable? Like, there's really where trust is built within yourself, into your capabilities, but maybe also into something bigger. Excuse me. But so this is really something I think is so important and definitely will come back to. And I would love to hear your experience, how it is with your intuition. Are you very clear on it? And can you get a little bit more uncomfortable with making decisions based on your intuition? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked it, share it. And follow me. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time.